Let's go.
Wednesday afternoons, hoping you will tune.
No, yeah.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome along to the Football Referee, our weekly look at what's going on in the world of football. I'm Trevor Gear, and I call him Cuz.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and I call him Bruv. Calls me
That's
Bruv.
good.
Right. Anyway, we got right. So, Champions League yesterday.
Yeah,
Good game.
yeah,
Good game.
it was.
Pep Guardiola, not a happy man.
No, he's not, is he?
No.
And I saw a note this morning, actually, which I guess we don't know the cause of it, but somebody put on, I don't know what it was on Mail Online or something, but it said that they noticed, well, perhaps in an interview after the match, which I didn't see him being interviewed, I watched the match,
Yeah.
but they said they noticed more scratches on him, presumably on his head. Now, that is actually, it may be nothing, but it could be a bit concerning, because if you go back a few weeks when he was very much in the doldrums, wasn't he? Very down, and then it came out that he had split from his wife in December.
Yeah.
And people got a bit concerned about some scratches on his head and on his face. Now, I don't know where these scratches were that was mentioned this morning, but it's worrying. I mean, just watching him near the end, he did look fairly distraught, didn't he? In a way that maybe, well, of course, we've not seen him in a situation with Manchester City where they've been struggling like they have this past season. And so really to lose that game, well, they didn't lose it was a draw, wasn't it, last night? But that was very unfortunate with the goalkeepers. Have I got that wrong?
Yeah, they lost.
Did they? Hang on, I know that it was 2-2. You're right. And then, of course, there was another goal in about the 91st minute. Yeah, I was focusing more on Pep there, but no, they lost right at the end, didn't they? Yeah, having been winning. So, but we've not seen him in this terrible time for Manchester City with they're getting the lead in games and then losing it. And they even had some of their players back last night, like Ake and Stones was playing, Ruben Diaz and so on. But it's just not it's not working for them, is it? To lose that game. I don't know what you thought. Yeah, Real Madrid, they got better in a way as the game went on. But I thought really in the first half, they looked very average. And of course, they've not been doing quite. The fact that both Manchester City and Real Madrid are in the playoffs effectively, I think they described it as two wounded teams, because ordinarily you'd have expected both of those to be up there, in the immediately qualified section. So that was a very sad loss last night, and I'm sure Guardiola has reacted accordingly for it. As I said before, in some ways it wouldn't surprise me, given his domestic problems and the way the team's not performing. It wouldn't surprise me if he ever decided to call it a day. I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays, but he's going through tough times, undoubtedly.
It is. It's kind of like a yo-yo effect, isn't it? It goes up a little bit, and then it comes down, and then it goes up, and then it comes down.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been able to really find that sport where he's comfortable at, winning, where he wins. I mean, he can't. Effectively, no manager can effectively win every game.
No.
But at least win the important ones. And he hadn't been there at all this season.
No.
I mean, the game last night. When the game started, like you said, Real Madrid, they looked the losing side. And actually, I looked at the stats just before the first half.
Safemo and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday. So join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom, Dr. Glad.
The game last night. When the game started, like you said, Real Madrid, they looked the losing side. And actually, I looked at the stats just before the first half ended, because Manchester City was up so basically they were 1-0 up till the first half. And I looked at the stats, and the stats says the chances of Madrid winning it was 13% against 68%. So Manchester City actually had 68% chance of winning, and I thought, well, Madrid is a good side, but you know, every good thing comes to an end. That's what I thought. This is what I concluded at the end of first half, because it was a one-sided game. Manchester United, keep saying Manchester United, Manchester City, like you said, they really dominated the game. Now, come second half, there was still the first part of second half. I mean, all right, so Madrid equalized, and then they scored another goal, and I thought they're winning this. They've got it in the bag. But then towards the end of the game, when Madrid scored, and the way Manchester City was playing then, they were like a wounded lion. I thought they're gonna be lucky to get away with a draw, but eventually they didn't, because 90, I think it was 90 minutes plus 4 plus 3 or something, when Jude Bellingham scored the final goal, and I really. I don't know why I've been feeling sorry for Manchester City lately. Probably not Manchester City per se, but the manager. And I really felt sorry for him, because before the start of the match, during press conference, there was Ruben Dias, and he was saying, well, you know, we're gonna win it, and blah blah blah. He was quite confident, and that confidence was what they went into the game with in the first half. But then the second half, they sort of just lost it. So what could really be going? I mean, we know Madrid is a good side. I mean, I looked at the stats last night, and they are actually ahead of Barcelona in the La Liga league. So I think about 5 points ahead of Barcelona. So Barcelona is actually third place, and that's their closest rival. But Manchester City, what's the way back? Because, all right,
Soft Emma and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose, we all have a lovely show every weekday. So join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom.